Do you ever feel like you're living a life designed by someone else? Like you're wearing a mask, playing a role that doesn't quite fit, and following a script that you didn't write? You scroll through social media and see everyone else seemingly thriving, posting these perfectly curated highlight reels, and a familiar sense of unease washes over you. You start to question yourself. Am I the only one who feels this way? Am I the only one who feels like I'm just going through the motions? Like there's an invisible wall between me and everyone else? You know that chasing fleeting trends, that relentless desire for external validation, that constant need to keep up with the Joneses. It's not only exhausting, it's deeply unfulfilling. It's like trying to fill a bottomless pit with shallow, fleeting pleasures. You're left feeling hollow, empty, disconnected, and ultimately, more alone than ever. Deep down, beneath the layers of doubt and insecurity, there's a quiet yearning for something more profound, something more authentic. You long for a genuine magnetic presence, the ability to truly connect with others on a deeper level, and the freedom to be your authentic self without apology. You want to build a life that's not just superficially attractive, but deeply meaningful, fulfilling, and aligned with your inner values. The truth is, this kind of inner radiance, this true magnetism isn't something you can buy. It's not a product you can fake or a trend you can chase. It's the result of conscious, deliberate inner work, and for most of us, the roadmap to that inner transformation is unclear, oftentimes obscured by the noise and distractions of modern life, maybe even feels completely non-existent. But what if there was a way? That feeling of being adrift, of struggling to find your way, of wrestling with the complexities of life. It's not a new phenomenon. In fact, it's something humans have grappled with for thousands of years. And that's precisely why the wisdom of the Stoic philosophers is more relevant today than ever before. Think about individuals like Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and Seneca. These weren't just abstract, ivory tower thinkers. They were people who faced real, tangible challenges. They were emperors, slaves, political exiles. They understood the depths of human emotion, the fragility of life, and the relentless pursuit of happiness. And in response to these challenges, they offered a powerful, practical, and deeply transformative blueprint for inner resilience and true fulfillment. They knew that lasting happiness, genuine strength, and that irresistible magnetism that draws people to you naturally come not from external sources, but from the consistent and disciplined cultivation of your inner self, forged in the crucible of self-awareness, self-discipline, resilience, and a profound understanding of your own minds, hearts, and your place in the world. Today, we're not just going to offer you some generic feel-good advice. We're going to delve into 7 concrete habits rooted in the ancient, yet incredibly relevant, wisdom of Stoicism. Habits that, when practiced diligently, will not only profoundly transform your life but will directly address those deep-seated feelings of emptiness, inadequacy, and the sense that you're somehow not good enough that may be holding you back from experiencing the true, lasting joy you deserve. Let's get real for a moment. Do you ever feel like your life is being dictated by your impulses? Like you're a ship without a rudder, tossed around by the waves of your cravings, your anxieties, or your fleeting moods? That overwhelming urge for instant gratification, scrolling mindlessly through social media, indulging in unhealthy habits, or lashing out in anger. It's like you're on autopilot, reacting instead of consciously choosing your actions. You know, intellectually, that these impulses are not serving your highest good, but you can't seem to break free from their pull. The constant internal battle, the cycle of giving in and then feeling guilt and shame can be incredibly exhausting and demoralizing. You start to question yourself, am I ever going to be able to overcome this? It's like trying to control a wild, raging river with nothing but your bare hands. The harder you try to suppress the emotions, the stronger they push back, and the more powerless you feel. The Stoics understood this struggle all too well. They taught that self-control isn't about the impossible task of eliminating all your impulses. It's about recognizing that these feelings are a part of human nature, and that while we may not be able to control them in the beginning, we always have the power to choose our responses. They taught that self-control is not about suppression. It's about developing the strength to redirect that energy into more constructive, purposeful actions and cultivate the ability to make conscious choices that align with your values. Imagine that same river, that powerful force within you, contained, channeled, empowering an entire community. That's the kind of potential you have, and it's always been within you. It's about understanding that your feelings are visitors, not residents, and that you can choose whether you allow them to dictate your actions. It starts with radical self-awareness, identifying your triggers, understanding your weaknesses, and then, with consistent practice, by making small, daily conscious choices, you begin to reclaim control over your thoughts, your emotions, and ultimately, your entire life. Start small, but start today and be consistent. Let's delve deeper into this fear of failure. Do you actively avoid challenges and opportunities because of the fear of not measuring up? Do you feel as though your entire worth depends on your achievements and accomplishments? Do you feel like one wrong move, one bad decision, one public mistake could cause your whole world to crumble? We all have those moments where we feel completely defeated, when it seems like life is constantly throwing us curveballs, and we feel like we're the only ones struggling. It's completely natural to want to avoid pain, to hide from discomfort, and to seek the illusion of a risk-free existence. But here's where the Stoic perspective offers a profound shift. Adversity is not just an inevitable part of life. It is a gift, a catalyst for growth and self-discovery. They didn't view suffering as a cosmic punishment or a cruel twist of fate. They saw it as a powerful teacher, designed to reveal the true depths of your inner strength and resilience. They believe that every setback, every disappointment, and every painful experience is not a reason to give up, but an opportunity to discover and cultivate the power you didn't even know you possessed. Think of a tree that grows stronger with each storm, bending but not breaking. They taught not merely to endure hardship, but to actually transform it. They call it anti-fragility. The idea is not merely to withstand setbacks, but to actually benefit from them, to learn from them, to evolve from them. Each time you face adversity and choose not to break down but to bend and then to rise again, stronger than before, you're not just surviving, you're building a character, you're forging a spirit that's capable of handling anything that life throws your way. And nothing is more attractive, more inspiring than the quiet, unwavering confidence of someone who has faced the worst and emerged not just unscathed but more whole. Take a moment for introspection. If you were completely honest with yourself right now, would you say that you're living a life driven by purpose? Or are you just drifting through the days, hoping something meaningful will eventually find you? Do you ever catch yourself wondering what your unique role is in this incredibly complex and chaotic world? So many of us get caught in the day-to-day grind, chasing external markers of success, trying to keep up with the ever-changing demands of society, that we completely neglect the most crucial thing: finding or defining our own purpose. This feeling of aimlessness, like a ship lost at sea with no compass or guiding star, is one of the most common and deeply painful human experiences. We're searching for a sign, a direction, something to give our lives meaning and focus. However, the Stoics presented a profoundly different approach. They believed that true purpose isn't something that you miraculously discover, as if it's a hidden treasure buried somewhere far away. They believed purpose was something that you define by consciously choosing to live in accordance with your highest values and principles. This concept of a telos, or true north, is about aligning your daily actions with what you believe to be most meaningful and worthwhile. It's about finding a cause that is greater than yourself, something that ignites your passion, inspires your spirit, and challenges you to become the best version of yourself. It's about leveraging your unique gifts and abilities to contribute to the world in a way that is not only personally satisfying but also serves a greater good. When you begin living with intention and clarity, you move through the world with a calm confidence and an undeniable sense of inner authority. It's not something you're faking. It is something you radiate from deep inside, and that clarity of purpose naturally draws people to you. People will be drawn to that inner light, not because you're trying to be someone, but because you are authentically becoming yourself and living a life that aligns with your inner truth. In our modern world, which is increasingly obsessed with individual achievement, personal branding, and a constant battle for social media likes, it's easy to feel disconnected and isolated, even when we're surrounded by people. Have you ever found yourself silently judging others, comparing your life to theirs, thinking that they somehow have it all figured out while you're struggling in the background? We all fall into this trap from time to time, But this kind of judgment only serves to perpetuate our own feelings of isolation. True strength is not about being cold, distant, or superior. It's about recognizing the fundamental interconnectedness of all of humanity. The Stoics didn't view compassion as some sentimental ideal. They saw it as a practical approach to building genuine connections and cultivating a more harmonious society. They understood that true connection comes from a place of profound empathy, a willingness to see the world through another person's eyes, and a deep appreciation for the universal nature of human experience. It's about extending the same grace, understanding, and compassion that you would offer to yourself to others, recognizing that every single person you encounter is fighting their own private battles, carrying their own unseen burdens, and facing their own unique set of fears. It's not about enabling bad behavior or sacrificing your own needs. It's about cultivating a heart that is open to the suffering of others, that sees beyond the superficial and recognizes the inherent worth and dignity of every single human being. This level of empathy and genuine compassion isn't weakness. It's a powerful, transformative force that draws people to you because it demonstrates your own strength and integrity. It's a magnet that attracts others because it reflects the true essence of what it means to be human, vulnerable, and ultimately connected. If we're being honest, our modern world often feels like a cacophony of endless noise, a constant barrage of information, opinions, social media updates, and superficial conversations, all competing for our attention. Do you ever find yourself craving moments of quietude, a space where you can truly connect with others on a deeper level and genuinely be heard? The Stoics, who lived in a world that was just as busy and chaotic as ours, recognized the profound power of silence. They understood that true wisdom doesn't come from how much you speak, but how deeply and mindfully you listen. It's about cultivating a presence that allows others to feel seen, heard, and genuinely understood. Instead of filling every silence with mindless chatter or the urge to interrupt, take a pause. Reflect on your own thoughts and intentions. Choose your words with careful consideration, and let your actions speak louder than your words ever could. This isn't about becoming mute or socially awkward. It's about cultivating the art of mindful communication, about choosing your words with purpose, and about listening with an intent to understand, not to respond. It's about giving others the precious gift of your undivided attention. And when you do choose to speak, let your words be a reflection of your values, your beliefs, and the authentic truth of who you are. This kind of intentional, mindful communication builds trust, fosters genuine connection, and creates a magnetic presence that people are naturally drawn to. Take a moment for genuine self-assessment. How much of your daily life is driven by a need for external validation? Do you find yourself constantly seeking approval, tailoring your actions, words, and even your beliefs to fit the expectations and demands of those around you? It's a pattern that many of us fall into, and it's exhausting to live that way. You're constantly second-guessing yourself. You're living your life according to a script that's been written by everyone else, and it's never quite what you truly want. It's like you're a chameleon, constantly changing your colors in an attempt to fit in, but ultimately you're losing yourself in the process. The Stoics understood that this constant need for external approval weakens the soul. It makes you a slave to the ever-changing whims and opinions of other people. They believe that true freedom comes from consciously choosing to detach yourself from that need for constant validation and anchoring your self-worth in your own intrinsic value. It's about developing an inner locus of control, which means that you no longer rely on external sources for your sense of worth or purpose. It's about having the courage to be true to yourself, even when it means facing criticism, disapproval, or even rejection from others. This kind of radical self-acceptance and inner stability is undeniably magnetic because it sends a powerful, unwavering message to the world that you are comfortable in your own skin, that you know yourself, you believe in yourself, and you're not going to apologize for that. People are naturally drawn to those who exude this authentic confidence and self-assurance, and they recognize that it's coming from a genuine place within. Finally, let's acknowledge that the journey of personal growth and self-improvement is a lifelong pursuit that never truly ends. Are you wholeheartedly committed to being a lifelong learner? Are you willing to continuously step outside of your comfort zone, to challenge your own limiting beliefs, and to embrace the never-ending quest for self-improvement? The Stoics did not see wisdom as an end goal or a destination. They viewed it as a continuous path, a never-ending process of learning, growing, and evolving. They believed that true wisdom is not about knowing all the answers, but about cultivating a mindset of humility, curiosity, and a deep appreciation for the complexity of the world and yourself. It's about constantly refining your character, expanding your mind, deepening your understanding of human nature, and developing your own unique perspectives. It's not about seeking intellectual knowledge just for the sake of information. It's about cultivating the ability to apply that knowledge to your own life and to make a positive impact on the world around you. When you commit yourself to the relentless pursuit of wisdom, you not only transform yourself, but you inspire others to do the same. And this is the truest form of magnetism, the kind that leaves a lasting impact on everyone who has the privilege of crossing your path. It is a journey you will never regret. These 7 habits, rooted in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, they're not some quick fix or magic bullet solution. They are a profound framework, a set of guiding principles for building a life of lasting meaning, true purpose, and authentic connection. They're a roadmap for creating a life that you are genuinely proud of, a life that aligns with your values, and a life that inspires those around you. When you commit to the consistent practice of these Stoic principles, you won't just attract others to you. You'll build a life that is genuinely fulfilling, that is overflowing with authentic joy, and that resonates with the essence of who you truly are. Remember that the journey of personal transformation begins not with some external achievement or someone else's approval. It begins with the light you carry within, the unwavering commitment to mastering yourself, cultivating your inner strength, and inspiring others to do the same. The question isn't whether you are capable of developing these habits. It's whether you will actively choose to embrace the challenges, the discomfort, and the consistent discipline that are required to forge a life of purpose, meaning, and lasting impact. It's about making a conscious decision, not to be defined by your past, but to step boldly into the present and actively choose to create the future that you've always dreamed of. The choice and the power always has been and always will be yours. Start now. Make the decision to embark on this journey of self-transformation, and let's create a life of true and lasting fulfillment together. If this message resonates deeply within you, if you're ready to finally break free from the patterns that have been holding you back, if you're ready to step into a life that is authentically your own, and if you feel a sense of purpose calling you to make a positive impact in the world, then subscribe to the Stoic Verse today. Let's continue this journey of self-discovery, self-transformation, and genuine connection together. We're here to offer you support, inspiration, and practical guidance every step of the way. You are not alone, and the time to begin is now.